This episode is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. Go to ridge.com/Woodness for 15% off.
Hey everybody, welcome to Woodness Goodness, and welcome to this episode. Last summer, I lost one of my closest friends, Daniel, and he owned and operated and started Automotive Aesthetic. So basically, after Daniel passed, he left behind this legacy of this unbelievable business that he started, Automotive Aesthetic, where he took pretty much any car that people would throw at him and make them look like new again. He was a true artist, and so we wanted to keep the business going. We had a ton of support, friends and family. Everyone rallied together to keep Automotive Aesthetic going. I am now very involved with it. Brian and Steven are the master detailers. They are keeping the dream alive. We had about a month to create a new shop because they had lost their old shop. And so behind me is a 2-bay garage, a residential garage in the home that I own with my in-laws. And anyhow, let's start at the very beginning of how we flipped this 2-bay residential garage into a detail shop. Enjoy.
Something right here, Graham. It's not a good
So throughout the build, Steven, Brian, and myself were obviously pretty, you know, it was a difficult time trying to build this thing out without Daniel doing it alongside us. And that's why there's not a whole lot of talking and just kind of doing. We were just kind of grinding it out, trying to create this shop because we knew we needed it. But anyhow, I need to explain a couple things. So the floor. The epoxy floor, the first coat, as you see, did not go down correctly. What happened was we put a concrete patch down with the help of my father-in-law, and it had a latex in it that we did not realize would not, you know, allow the epoxy to adhere to the concrete. So after spending about $300 and better part of 16 hours of prepping, installing, and then I had to take it back up because it just did not go down right. Then I took my concrete wheel on my, you know, my zippy cut or my grinder, and I ground down onto the concrete all the way to fresh or old existing concrete for my next 2 coats of epoxy. And the epoxy did work out great. I'll have a link in the description of the type of epoxy I used. It's meant for floors. It's really good stuff, and it's holding up real well. basically how we built and got this 2-bay garage looking like this. It was a lot of work. It serves its purpose. It's not perfect. We got some really good lighting in here. It's very bright. The boys like it, unless they're lying to me. And we had to buy some toolboxes. We had to buy a lot of new stuff that just unfortunately, you know, was just too difficult to try and rally together after everything happened. But we just want to say a huge thank you to, you know, the Woodness Goodness fam, everyone who supports Automotive Aesthetic, the GoFundMe that we raised. You know, we raised almost $20,000, and we have not spent that money. We have not spent all of it. We spent a little bit of it to be able to do this and keep the business going. But we are currently planning and in the works of building a new shop. And I just want to say a huge thanks to all our friends and family that supported us along the way. It took a lot of people to come together and want to keep this thing going. And we're just so grateful. Big thanks to Advance Auto, Gears and Gasoline, Super Clean, Modesta, Griot's Garage, just to name a few. Like I said, all our friends and family. It's been a very difficult year. Big changes, a lot of loss for a lot of people. Life throws you curveballs sometimes. And the ability to kind of put your blinders on and continue to go after a goal is hard at times. But mark my words, if you're able to figure out a way to, you know, overcome loss and overcome loss of energy or motivation, you know, these things that life seems to throw our way a lot more frequently these days, the reward is great because, you know, we got to find ways to move on when these things happen. So anyhow, much love. Huge thanks to my brothers who are keeping this thing going, Brian and Steven. They are the heart and soul of this thing, and I'm just super grateful. So I hope you guys like the build. You know, I just want to show you guys, and like I said, huge thanks to everyone who helped us raise money on GoFundMe, all the people who have supported our dear clients who have continued to use our services. We are just so grateful. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Automotive Aesthetic channel. We are excited to keep the dream alive, keep Daniel's legacy alive. So much love. Peace.
Thanks to the Ridge for sponsoring this episode, because I now have a wallet that is practical and sleek. The Ridge wallet holds up to 12 cards plus cash. They come in all sorts of gorgeous styles like burnt titanium, stonewashed titanium, aluminum infused carbon, rose gold, and many, many more. You can even try their wallet for 45 days, and they all come with their lifetime warranty. Head over to ridge.com/Woodness and use the coupon code Woodness for 15% off. And don't forget, Father's Day is right around the corner, and this is the perfect gift. Thanks, Ridge, for sponsoring this video, and we will see you guys on the next one.